Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the History of Fan Anime. I'm your host, William Chow, and today's episode I'm going to cover a series of CDs from the SonMay set. Now, I've covered in the previous episode, the significance of SonMay records and how they've been, probably improperly labeled as a bootlegging company. When they really actually are just a smaller proprietary company in Taiwan, just releasing regional CDs, which to the starved anime fans over here in North America was basically a start for a lot of people to get their anime CDs and that kind of stuff. So the significance of why I'm going to pick the CDs from their catalog of CDs is it gives me a guiding point. Sort of a reference point for anime CDs, because obviously someone over there has thought that these CDs that they're selecting for their set to sell obviously is going to be popular enough in a market outside of Japan that they think that they can actually sell and make money out of it. So I could pick any regular CD catalog and have literally thousands upon thousands of CDs to work with. But this smaller guide will allow me to basically center on basically not what I think is really popular, but what some other people obviously over at SM Records and in Taiwan and whatnot have figured out that hey, maybe these ones are the popular CDs out there. And by doing this, I'm giving you a very good representative example of the popular shows and animes that are out there, but also the popular music and things that are out during this time period that are in this particular set. And so I think that a lot of that has been lost over the years. And you try to Google what is in this particular set. It's not that easy because a lot of people have shunned away from it, and that's maybe a little bit unfortunate because of of how they've been represented. So, as I commented earlier, most of the CDs that I want to buy and get from the set, I've went ahead already and bought the Japanese CDs for this because I didn't actually find out about this SM record company until quite actually a bit further into my anime collecting. Okay. They were already up to SM 400 or so by the time I found out what CDs they've been releasing. By then I've already bought virtually all my Orange Road CDs, my City Hunters, my Pat Labors, and so forth that we fan subbed earlier when we began Arctic Animation. So most of the CDs that I like and I wanted, I will have bought anyway. And a lot of the stuff that especially things like the different CDs that I like, especially when we got into like Silent Mobius, of course, later I got into the entire series of Plasma Compiler and those things. Again, those CDs aren't in the SM set, so again, maybe in a later episode I will do CD reviews of those as well. And again, you want to hit subscribe and hit like, and then you'll get the notification of those ones there. So okay, so this is a little bit larger beginning introduction to the SM CD library that I'm going to do. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go through this kind of in a quick source format because I know that once I give you the information about that particular CD, you can Google and find out more information about those particular CDs. But I'm going to go through and basically quickly give you an overview. Some of the important pieces, in each of the CDs that you're going to, want to take a look at. Maybe even, point out some significance of certain types of CDs that come out and different series that come out that you might want to check out just because of their significance, in the anime scene. And basically, I'm going to go through it roughly about 10 CDs at a time per episode. So, I'm not going to spend too long. Analyze each individual CD. I'm just going to basically go through and tell you what I've picked out, and then hopefully maybe you'll go and research the rest of the tracks yourself, and then of course go to your favorite Japanese source and buy the Japanese CD, okay? Because you want to support the artists if you truly like their works, okay? So I'm going to begin from this book again, okay? This is the SM catalog here, and in the first entry listing is this page here, and on the top row you'll see the first 10 CDs. I'll go through those ones in this particular episode. SM CD number 1 is this one right here. It's called the Perfect Animage. Now this one is the Japanese version because it comes with a separate clear slip sleeve, okay? And this contains many orchestral pieces as well as track 7 has almost a Celtic flute-like piece on it as well. And the most notable track on here is the vocal version of the tutorial theme, okay? I tend to pay attention to the vocal version. I mean, there are lots of instrumental pieces and that kind of stuff. Studio Ghibli stuff, I don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it, but there are many other different movies and that kind of stuff, that I probably enjoy more. Although this Studio Ghibli has a wider audience appeal. Okay. And you'll see that when you look at the entries in this particular set. Obviously, someone else also thought that Studio Ghibli is a really good idea to start doing those with. But I'll continue. So this is SM CD number 2, which is Laputa. All right. So on this particular CD, you'll want to get track 3, which is a nice upbeat chase scene. So you want to use that for your combat CD if you like doing some music to fight by. Track 11 has a really nice piano piece, which you might be able to listen to. And track 14 is your end theme song for it. Okay. SMC number 3, which is this one here, Kiki's Delivery Service. Okay. The 2 main tracks that are on this one, which are both actually the bonus tracks, tracks 20 and 21. Track 20 is almost has a classic doo-wop like the sound to it, so you want to check that one out. And track 21 is your main theme song for Okay, SM number 4 is this one here, which is Anime the Movie. Now the cool thing about this particular CD, I mentioned it in a previous episode that I did, and what it was is that one of the songs I was really interested in looking for was the ending theme song for Arion, and couldn't find it anywhere. And even if you look at the listings in the SM CD catalog, the 2 soundtracks for Arion are image CDs, so they don't actually contain the song that I was looking for. So when I ran across this one in passing, Arion has its soundtrack on this one here. It's track 4 on the CD, as well as it has many other Studio Ghibli-like titles. Track 1's your Nausicaa theme, 7 and 8 are your Laputa theme songs, and Totoro is your 9th track on that. So this is a nice sort of all-around sort of offering of music for different Ghibli titles, and so you might want to check this one if you're looking for a good variety of vocal tracks on this one. Okay, SMC number 6 is this one. This is the image CD for Totoro, and so the main it's the image CD for Totoro. And so the main songs that you want to check out on this one is track 6 and 7 for Totoro. Okay. SM number 6 is this one, of all strange ones. It's the soundtrack for 5 Star Stories. Okay. Now the main ending theme song you want to check out on this one is number 8. That's the vocal ending theme song. And the three things that appears on this particular one, and I'll give you a closer look on that one, is this CD has a nice design on the actual CD. One of the things that I did put on this CD is what they call a safety film. So because I like the design that's actually on the CD, I've put a protective film on this so that it wards off all the fingerprints, and it also protects the image that's actually on there. That's something, again, they don't sell for discs anymore, but that's one of the things that was available at this time. And so for your CDs that you wanted to be protected, you can use this safety film for it. SM number 7 is this one here, this is the Charge Counterattack soundtrack. And again, you know, the big song on this one is "Beyond the Time" by TM Network. It's one of the you know, big start songs of that. In the best 10 top 100 songs of 1989, this song "Beyond the Time" actually made it to number 55 of the charts, which was actually pretty good for an anime song at this time. So anyway, you want to get Beyond the Time, which is track 15 on this CD, and track number 6, which is called Swan. This is a really good Gundam combat song. Check that out if you want to have that fighting scene. The other thing I want to point out about this particular CD, in terms of fixtures and that stuff, again, for those CDs that you want to have protection, another thing that they sold for these particular CDs on this particular one is they have these CD mats. So in order to prevent you from scratching up the clear side on this disc, that you can buy these clear sort of felt mats, which can be stuck right onto the actual disc holder here, so that when you put your disc down on there, you're not getting you know, the dust and stuff scratching up your discs. So another thing is a safety mat that is also available for CDs. So again, you know, these are part of the you know, first couple CDs that I actually bought, which are my, you know, the original Japanese ones that I got. So I wanted them protected. So along with these early ones I got, I put either safety films or mats on them. Something that, again, in the modern era, no one ever uses anymore. Let's see. Okay, SM number 8 is this one here, which is Gundam F91, the soundtrack for this one. Okay, again, the two main songs you want to do is number 2, which is your opening one, and of course the last one, which is number 20, which is Eternal Wind. Okay, so again, very popular song, and I think that's you know, number 20 is probably the the one that actually got here a little more, which you all sort of basically branded as the anime theme goes. One of our most popular songs right there. SM number 9 is this one here. Okay, this is the Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory CD. So this is the first one, because there's 2 in the first part of this set. Okay, now this CD has got a lot of good songs on it. Okay. You know, the first song on there is, again, a nice you know, combat theme. If you kind of listen to it, kind of reminds me of the theme from Airwolf, with that nice you know, backbeat that they got going on there. Okay. It also has track 2, which is your opening theme song, but it's sung in English. Okay, so that's something you want to listen to as well. Track 12 is Winner. Okay, which is the theme song that was sung in Japanese. And you also track 16, which is the song Magic. Okay, that's sung in English. Okay, normally I stop at 10 because you know, I want to do, you know, basically, you know, in lots of 10, but I'm going to make it 11 because these two are related. Okay, this is basically the number 10 and number 11, which is the Urushiratsu jukebox. So it's number 1 and number 2 for the jukebox. Okay, so SM number 10 is jukebox number 1. Now this is sort of like your Urushiratsu best hit song collection, if you will. So it's a collection of all the opening and ending theme songs and other major themes that are used within the series. But it's sort of like a kind of good vocal collection of them. Okay, and there's a lot of good songs in Urushiratsu. Okay. So basically, number 1 is your first opening theme song. Number 6 is another one, which is IIUU, which has a lot of English in it. Number 9 is Dancing Star, another one of those you know, there's a lot of English in that one as well. This CD has a lot of English songs, and the 2 of the ones that you want to definitely check out is Take a Chance on Me and Born to Be Free. A large part of the song is in English, okay, on those ones. Okay. Now, the second part of this one is this SM number 11, which is this one, Urushiratsu jukebox number 2. Okay, that one has the song "Rock the Planet," which is again, you know, the main chorus is in English for that. "Every Day" is also all in English. "Remember My Love," a lot of English in that one. "Open Invitation," this one there, and the song. Take a listen to the song "Good Luck" on this CD, and tell me if it doesn't sort of sound like the song Strut from Shinisted. So that's the first block of CDs from the SM set, and I'm going to continue, doing a quick overview review of all these different CDs in this set. But again, it's not because I want to promote their set. I mean, because these guys are not producing these CDs anymore anyway. So, but I think it's a good historical reference to give you an indication, what is really popular at this time. And what sort of animes that you might want to pay attention to, and maybe some music that you might want to have a listen to, and give you some ideas of some music that you might want to add to your playlists. Okay, so I'm just going to do more of these to help document what CDs are in this particular. Again, I just want to add that if you really want to support your favorite artists and stuff, please go ahead and buy the Japanese CDs. Whenever possible, and again, even if you don't want to buy the entire CD, much of this music is available on iTunes and can be searched out that way as well. So if you want to just pay you 99 cents for a track, that's great too. Okay, so anything helps to support them. All right, so until next time, see you again.